Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business, a Candid chat with.
All of us.
Um, Happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and happy New Year because
New
last
Year.
we were there, so happy New Year to all of you. Um, so before we dive into our topic, before we start, let's find out what is our topic for today.
Our
Yes.
topic for today is New Year, new mindset, designing this 2026 version of you.
Yes. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
My name is Mosumala, originally from Nigeria, but now working and residing in the USA. I'm a healthcare worker, healthcare professional in the imaging sector, and now I'm a proud owner of this digital business and a mentor here too.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now living in North Carolina with my beautiful family. I am a digital business owner and a mentor.
Yeah, thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Mosimola. So we also want to remind everyone that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays we have our live webinar. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will have two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday, one for Thursday, since those are the 2 days that we have our live webinar. And it happens at the same time, 5 p.m. PST. And I think I already said that. Um, and the second link is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, you can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that you're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works, and also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So let's find out who were the hosts and panelists from this past Thursday. So if you want to catch that one before this coming Tuesday's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Hello, hello, hello. So last Thursday we had PB and Josh. I'm sure you must be very familiar with them now if you are watching. I mean, the last few episodes. PB is a retired nurse, and Josh is a real estate investor. And then we had Christina, who is a trip planner, Donna, who is a nurse informatics and nurse innovator, and Crystal, who is a biomedical engineer. You see, people look at their faces from different career and cultural backgrounds, located in different locations across the globe, from different age brackets, different professions, and we are all in this business together. Right on with us.
Yeah, so this past Thursday, we had the pleasure of being a panelist on the webinar, Sandy here and myself. We were together for the first time presenting or sharing our stories. We also had Kia, who is a stay home mom, and we had Ty, who is a former social service worker. So, if you guys want to learn more about this opportunity, don't forget that you can either go directly into the web pages you see on the screen. You can send us a direct message, or you can comment info below, and we'll be getting back with you to tell you how you can start this amazing opportunity as well.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Mosimola. Yeah, so if you're catching the replay from last Thursday's live webinar, our replays have subtitles in several languages And our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So now you know, if you want to start your online business, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites. Okay, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Yes, so today we're talking about new year, new mindset, designing the 2026 version of you.
Yes, so that's what we're gonna be talking today. So let's start with this little thought. A new year doesn't change your life, a new mindset does. So if you want different results in 2026, it starts with thinking, deciding, and showing up differently. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So most people, they start January with goals, right? But they keep the same beliefs, the same habits, and the same identity. So that's why change doesn't last. So science shows that sustainable success begins with mindset, not motivation. So today we'll share 3 powerful truths about designing the 2026 version of you. So that's what we're going to be talking. So for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
The first point will be mindset drives 80% of long-term success. The second point will be new identity creates new habits. And the third point will be intentional mindset reduces stress and increases follow through.
Yes. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So let's dive into the first point.
So, let's see how your mindset drives 80% of long-term success. You see, this means that success isn't about being smarter or more experienced. It's I'm so sorry. Um Success isn't about being smarter or more experienced. It's about how you think, how you respond, and how much you can persist. So, because when we talk about success, it is not, I mean, the experience must come from what you have learned and what you are practicing. It is the way of thought, it is your perception, it is the way you respond in situations and circumstances, and how you can persist even when things go wrong or things do not come out the way you start it or the way you figure it out, until you refresh and restart all over again. So, according to research from Stanford University, mindset accounts for nearly 80% of long term achievements, while skills and talents play a much smaller role. So, you can be very skilled at doing things, but you might get discouraged along the line. You might be very talented, but there's no human being that doesn't come across obstacles and resistance when you are moving along the journey to success land. So many people with good talents, they just discover that they just get discouraged along the line. So, what we are saying is that the version of you in 2026 must believe growth is possible. You must have it at the back of your mind that there is a way here, and that growth is very possible, especially when it feels uncomfortable. So, you've got to get out of that comfort zone and move forward despite the resistance. You must resist your resistance until you get your breakthrough.
Thank you, Musimola. So yeah, Musimola just talked about one of the ways to creating that new mindset for the 2026 version of you is that mindset drives 80% of the long-term success. So it's not actually on what we do, it's on how we think that makes the change for the success. So now let's move on to the second point.
So, a new identity creates new habits. Most people try to change their lives by forcing new habits and then wonder why nothing sticks. But real, lasting change doesn't start with doing more, it starts with seeing yourself differently. According to behavioral science from Duke University, shows that nearly 45% of our daily actions are driven by identity-based habits. In other words, we don't act based on what we want, we act based on who we believe we are. And, for years, I saw myself as someone who was simply getting through the day, busy, tired, responsible for everyone else. So my habits matched that identity, survival mode, not growth mode. Everything began to shift when I made a quiet but powerful internal decision. I am becoming a woman who learns, who leads, and who shows up for her future, even when it's uncomfortable. And when I started this opportunity, this digital opportunity, I really got to I got a dose of uncomfortable for a good bit, because I was doing a lot of things I had never done before. And believe me, every time I was about to start something, I would just take deep breaths and say, okay, we can do this. I can do this. I got this. And that's how everything started. I didn't have the answers. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the experience, but I had the desire to change my reality. That one identity shift changed everything. I didn't need extreme discipline. I didn't need motivation every day. I just started asking, what would this version of me do next? You know, there was days where I was tired, where I was overwhelmed, where I really didn't see where I was heading, because there was so much stuff and my head was like spinning, with all the information. And suddenly, learning felt natural, not first. Showing up consistently felt aligned, not exhausting. And taking action felt like growth, not pressure. So when you change your identity, habits start feeling like chores and start feeling like proof of who you are becoming. That's why goals alone don't create transformation. Identity does. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your own identity. So if you want new habits, new income, new confidence, and a new future, start by deciding who you are becoming. Because once identity shifts, behavior follows. Okay. And today I want to leave you with this. When you change your belief, when you change who you believe you are, your habits stop requiring willpower. They become automatic. And in other words, when you really love what you're doing and where you're heading, you're going to be inspired, you're going to be motivated, you're going to be every day asking, what else can I do? How else can I do it? What else can I learn today so that you can get to where you want to be? So don't give up and really think about, who do you want to become? What version of yourself do you want to see in this 2026?
Thank you, Isabel. Yeah, so the second tip, about creating that new mindset to be able to design the 2026 version of you, it's creating that new identity. So by creating that new identity of who you want to become, you start creating those new habits. But it all starts here on the mindset. So the next point is intentional mindset reduces stress and increases follow through. Um, so when I look back on my 25 years in the film industry, I can see how much of my life was expecting on reacting to deadlines, long hours, unexpected changes, and the constant rush that came with the job. I love the creativity, but you know what? Deep down, I felt like life was controlling me instead of me, having control of my life. So that's when everything shifted. So when this industry slowed down back in 2023, I finally had the space to pause and ask myself, what kind of life do I really want to build? Is this what I want to continue to do? So that question led me to something I hadn't truly practiced before, and that is intentionality. So instead of running on autopilot, I started designing my days, my goals, and my mindset around the purpose. That's when I found this digital business, a path that allowed me to build freedom while growing intentionally. So, according to the American Psychological Association, reports that people who intentionally reset their mindset experience 30% less stress and a higher goal follow through. And I believe that true. When you choose to be intentional, everything starts to change. So you stop reacting to life and start designing. You replace pressure with purpose. And you learn to slow down, reflect, and align your energy to what truly matters. See, that's the foundation of how I build my business with a structure, mentorship, and a mindset of growth instead of perfection. Because a growth mindset doesn't ignore challenges, it reframes them. It helps you see obstacle as part of your evolution and not a reason to stop. So over time, intentional living became my way of reducing stress and increasing clarity. I no longer needed constant motivation because my actions were guided by vision and not urgency. And that's the message I share with my community. Confidence, consistency, and momentum are built one intentional thought and one aligned action at a time. So when your mindset becomes intentional, you create that space for grace, for discipline, and a peace to coexist. So you no longer hustle from fear, you move from faith. So here's my message to you guys. A growth mindset shifts you from surviving to designing. And that's where transformation really begins when you do that shifting. So let's find out now what is the key takeaway for this topic.
Hmm. I think key takeaway for today is that 2026 doesn't require a perfect version of you. It only requires a committed one. So decide who you are becoming and let your actions align.
Yes. So that's our key takeaway for this topic. And now we have arrived to the end of our life, but let's find out what is our topic for next Sunday.
So, next Sunday, we're going to bring you Becoming the Person Your Goals Require, Identity Before Action. So, it's going to be kind of a follow from what we were talking today, and it's going to be powerful. So, um, come and be with us next Sunday.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Isabel. So that's our topic for next week. So don't miss it. And well, we have arrived to the end of our life. So hopefully, you can apply those three things that we share with you guys today on how to work on your mindset to be able to create that new identity version of you for 2026. So if you really want to have change for this 2026, you need to really apply those to be able to see the results. Otherwise, we go into that cycle that we go every year. So we have to make the effort. Yeah. So if you like what we shared today, or if you want to share another tip that we didn't have here, please put it in the comments. I will be happy to answer any, no answer, I mean, to read your comments. And then if you want to learn how to start your online business, it's at the beginning of the year 2026. So it's a good year to start building that side income stream or having that plan B, because we cannot really rely on one income stream anymore. So if you want to learn more about this online business opportunity, here are three ways that you can do that. You can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can register directly into our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will have two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday, one for Thursday, since those are the 2 days that we have our live webinar. and it happens at the same time, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. The second link you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? So on the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why is it that they decided to start this online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So you got an opportunity to hear from the panelists the reasons why and how this business has changed their lives. So saying that, we want to wish everyone, well, first of all, we want to say thank you to everyone that watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We also want to say thank you to Louis Vuitton, who sent us a like emoji, and for watching the live with us today. Um, and also, we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and a happy and blessed Monday for those who are already on Monday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today. And again, we also wish you a happy new year and all the best in this coming 2026. Lots of health, love, joy, happiness, peace, and prosperity for all of you. So, uh, thank you again, and God bless you all. And thank you for watching. And until the next episode of the Eagles in Digital Business, I can share with.
All of us.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you all.
Bye. Have a blessed rest of your day and a blessed week ahead.